Good evening, YTPC. Joshua Stewart. Up north in the woods. Smoking a pipe. No, that's the wrong order. Smoking a pipe up north in the woods. There we go. So yeah, I'm up north tonight. It's the middle of January. I'm in a tent. Pretty decent tent, but it's still a tent. I got the wood stove here going. I'm up here for the whole weekend, and it's not too cold out right now. Maybe 20 degrees, 15, 20 degrees, something like that, Fahrenheit. But it's almost uncomfortably warm in here right now. Wood stove's dying down a little bit right now. Maybe I should even throw a piece of wood in there quick. There. Keep it going. I would probably try to keep it at a more comfortable temperature, but we're out in the frozen ground, so I'm trying to do everything I can while I'm awake to take as much coldness out of the dirt underneath me. Well, it's not dirt, I've got floor covering, but take as much frozenness out of that as possible. So anyway, Joshua Stewart up north in the woods, smoking a pipe. Got that in the wrong order again. Smoking a pipe up north in the woods. Alright, tonight I'm going to try me some Three Nuns. I don't know if you can see that very good. Got kind of lousy lighting in here, but just got this week. I wasn't really planning on getting a Three Nuns, but it's kind of expensive, but I found a deal that I couldn't refuse, and we're talking like half price, and with free shipping, so it's like, I'll try it. And for whatever reason, being it's famous that was it Tolkien and C.S. Lewis both smoked it, for whatever reason I had in my mind that it was in English, and I'm lukewarm on English blends. I don't know if it's the Latakia that I'm not a fan of, or I like the smell of it before it's smoked. I don't mind smoking it, but the room note is just off-putting, and I get complaints whenever I come in the house. So, but anyway, they call this broken flake, broken whatever, but there's plenty of other reviews out there that show it. I got too lousy of lighting tonight to really show you what it looks like. But I'm going to go ahead and fill it up here. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Davidoff or Davidoff, or however you're supposed to pronounce it. I say Davidoff. I know that's not right, but that's just the Midwesterner in me. It reminds me a little bit of that, but better. And the Davidoff, what are the Davidoff flake medallions are medallions, and this is broken medallion, or I'm not sure what the proper terminology is for it. Like I say, I'm a new pipe smoker. I'm still getting all the proper terminology and stuff down. But I know that Davidoff, that knocks me on my butt. I'm a lightweight for nicotine. So I've never been a smoker. I didn't start until less than 6 months ago now. I haven't done a video for a while, so that's in less than 6 months since I've taken up the pipe. And honestly, I don't want to build a tolerance for nicotine. So I'm generally trying to stay with the more mild as far as the nicotine hit goes. So anyway, this Three Nuns came, and I tried it out, and I like it. found that I'm a little bit of a fan of straight Virginias, and this, I believe it's got some dark-fired Kentucky in. I can't read it right now, it's too dark, but I like it. The Vapors, Virginia Periques, I like them a little bit better than Englishes, but I don't know, I think the Perique, I must not be a fan of that. I'm going to have to order some straight sometime and just take one or two draws and see if, so I can isolate the Perique taste, so I can recognize it in other blends, because I'm a newbie. I can't really identify one flavor over another within the blend yet, so I'm learning. But anyway, this is the Three Nuns. Just got it in the Missouri Meerschaum. I think it's a Legend. It's one of their more basic filter pipes. One of the first things I noticed was that for a non-aromatic, it's pretty sweet. I found that with some other straight Virginias too, that they can be pretty sweet. Which, and being never been a smoker before, I kind of like that. I don't really know how else to describe it, but there's this sweetness that apparently is not uncommon with Virginias. I couldn't tell you what kind of Virginias. I haven't had too many straight Virginias. Closest thing, well, my local tobacconist, which is 200 miles away, had me try some of their, I believe it's a house blend of a straight Virginia, which was fantastic. I don't know if you can hear it or not, there's some coyotes out in the woods someplace howling. Beautiful night outside, and you can see every star, and out in the middle of nowhere here. I guess there's a road a couple hundred yards away, but otherwise we're out in the middle of nowhere. I think you can see every one of those stars. It's beautiful. But yeah, so anyway, the Bell's Three Nuns, I mean, I don't think actual Bell's is still in business anymore, but they still have the name. So, my theme of this channel isn't necessarily to tell you all I know, because I know basically nothing. So what I'm looking for is some input from everybody out there that's maybe in my boat or a little bit more experienced. I'm looking for input on other blends that are like this. Maybe a little bit cheaper, but doesn't necessarily need to be the broken coin or whatever they call, the broken medallion, whatever they call this type of cut. But other blends that are primarily Virginia. That are on the sweeter side, probably too sweet for the real pipe smokers, but you like what you like, and this is what I like. Now, I'm still probably more of an aromatic person myself. If for no other reason, the room note. I still get enjoyment out of a lot of aromatics. Not all of them. Some of them I'm not too fond of, but they tend to leave the room, or I've noticed like in my car, my wife doesn't like me smoking in my car, but nobody else rides in there, so I don't really see what it really matters. Boy, the coyotes out there are going nuts. Sounds like there's about a dozen of them yipping and yapping. But I lost my train of thought with those coyotes. Sounds like they're moving too, getting closer. Well, but anyway, forgot my tamper. Oh, that was hot. Imagine that. So, anyway, I've found the Virginia blends, that house blend of my local tobacconist 200 miles away. I really like that one, and I kind of happened to do some 1Q like the day after I did a bowl of that house Virginia blend, and they smell very similar. I mean, other than the straight Virginia doesn't seem to have the stronger, or as strong of like a vanilla flavor as 1Q. But that tobacconist, I asked him when I was there that I wanted to kind of expand into the non-aromatics a little bit, so he let me try a couple of different ones, and the Virginia was the one that I liked best, so I bought a few ounces on my next trip. Like I say, that was a couple months ago, and just this past week I was kind of comparing, and it does smell similar to 1Q, different but similar. So I don't know if that's just maybe they mixed some or toned down 1Q with some straight Virginias, or I don't know. But anyway, this is about Three Nuns. Probably getting long enough, it's getting kind of boring. So yeah, anyway, just kind of looking on some other suggestions on Virginia-based blends. I haven't tried too many. I have tried Orlick Golden Slices, and honestly, it starts out okay for me, but I get about a third of the way through, and I keep going, kind of hoping it'll get better for me, and then it just kind of, I don't know. And I've only had a few bowls, but I've yet to finish a bowl, because I mean, I'm not in this to get my nick yet. I took up this hobby because I wanted the relaxation and to enjoy the flavor of the tobacco and a little bit of nostalgia. And if I'm puffing on something I don't like, why force myself through it? So, anyway, that's enough yakking. I'm going to go ahead and finish this pipe, and looking forward to your comments. I'm intending to try to grow this channel. I mean, I don't really, obviously with a tobacco channel you're never going to get monetized, but thanks for stopping by. Like I said, leave a comment, especially if you got some suggestions for other Virginia based blends that are on the sweeter side, is what I'm looking for right now. So thanks again. Have a good night.